This is Marcelle, the assistant manager at Norwood. She's going to be talking about her favorite female authors.
Hi, I've always admired Barbara Kingsolver. I've read all her books and I really like the subject matter. It's always challenging and the way that she writes is very engaging. This one in particular is the one that she's most famous for, and the Norwood Bible. It's a stunning book, absolutely stunning. You get so involved and the way that she just takes you through a different era and all these different people's stories. I really enjoyed that. And then, of course, Enid Blyton. Grew up with Enid Blyton and still love her, still think that she writes a good story. And then as far as South African authors, authoresses go, I really like the poetry of Ingrid Jonker.
This is Lerato from Norwood store. She's going to talk about her favorite female authors.
My favorite female authors is Reddy Chabi, Maya Angelou, and Ankie Krog. And I've recently read Maya Angelou's autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and I read Endings and Beginnings by Reddy Chabi, and my favorite by Ankie Krog will have to be her complete poetry collection. Yeah, and I just found her poems to be very relative, yeah, to young women, you know, in terms of she mostly writes about appreciating the person that you are as a woman and mostly being comfortable with who you are and in your body. And yeah, and with Maya Angelou, I just find the book very outstanding, very outstanding. She writes about from a point where she was 6 until the age of 18 and all the things that she encountered, not only as a black woman but, you know, as a woman in general back in those days, and the things that she went through and how she had to overcome them, you know. Yeah, and same with Reddy Chabi. I think, well, the common thing about all these three books is that they are very relevant to women. It can not only from back in the days, but in the modern day, you know, as well. And it's all about appreciating yourself as a woman, recognizing who you are in this age. And yeah, that's my favorite three authors.
It's Kathy from Norwood store. Go, Kathy.
Hi, I'm going to talk about my favorite female authors, the books they wrote and why I like them. The first one is George Eliot. I'm very fond of George Eliot or Mary Ann Evans. She is a classic author and stories are very well written. They usually have an excellent plot, good characters, and they're very enjoyable to read. And also some people actually don't even realize that George Eliot was actually a woman, which is a bit of intrigue as well. Then the other book is I Have Life, written by Marion, I'm not sure how you pronounce her surname, Marion Tam, I think, T-H-A-M-M. It's a true story. It's about a woman who was unfortunately brutally raped and how she survived. And what I enjoyed most of all is her courage that was displayed throughout the book and everything she went through. And then the other book is a completely different book from the rest. May Have Been She, Tara Road. It's a good woman's novel. Usually she writes very well, using a lot of characters, a lot of warmth, often lots of irony, and there's lots of fun in her book. So characters are drawn from all walks of life. And the last one is Marianne Schaefer. The book is The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society, and this was set in during World War II. It's based on a love of reading, and it's all about a friendship that's formed by a group of people based on their love of reading. And it's also a very warm book. virtually all of these books I've enjoyed because they're very warm, they're very enjoyable, they have great characters in them, or else the people have overcome quite a lot.